Well, hey, and welcome to another episode of Beetle Dustino, coming at you again today with yet another video and yet another What's in the Box video. And we're going to do a What's in the Box of this guy right here, the Weezer Blue Album 30th Anniversary box. But let's see some more of that after the intro.
I'll take the box! The box!
You took the box! Let's see what's in the box! Nothing! Absolutely nothing!
They never learn on Wheel of Fish. There's never anything in that box. Well, there is something in this box. So let's take a look at it and see what it is. Right. So here we got the Weezer 30th Anniversary edition of the Blue Album. The Blue 30th Anniversary I got written down here. The album originally came out in May 10th of 1994. And this box came out, and the other 30th Anniversary packages and that came out on November 1st of 2024. This was one of the bigger ones. I know there were some other ones. I know there was one where you could literally pull the thread on the sweater, but I can't afford that. That big money is reserved for the Beatles. A box like this, something like this, is more my speed on it. So, but anyways, let's get off of that and on to what is actually in here. And it really nice little package. I've kind of thought it felt a little pricey. But I luckily found a really good deal, end of the year deal at You Discover Music, which is Universal Music's kind of distribution online there. They always run a 50% off sale at the end of the year, and luckily this qualified for it. So $100 normally. I usually get to this towards the end, and I'm not going to say any other prices out there. Shop around. I'm sure you can find some deals on it right now, as it's still readily available new. Usually when I do these What's in the Boxes, they've been out for years. So you're kind of going based off of secondary market prices. But this right now, it should be standard price, about $100, and you should be able to find some pretty good deals on it. I think I even saw it on Amazon right after I got this for about $80, I want to say. But I got it for $50. So, I mean, you can find it that low. But let's take a look at kind of what the box looks like here and everything. So there's the front, as you've been seeing. There's the one side, the top, the other side, and the bottom. Not much there, just kind of looking like the blue sweater there. And there is the back with all the track listings and that. So this is really nice. You got 3 CDs, which seem short, but they really pack a lot into those 3 CDs. So it's 50 tracks altogether, 36 of them of which are unreleased. There's 8 kitchen tape demos, 22 early practices and live recordings. I'm going to hold it there so you can kind of, as I'm saying this all, maybe you can be reading that too. 6 BBC radio recordings and 4 LMU sessions. That is what you got for the audio in there. No Blu-ray or anything, which is another reason why I thought the price was just maybe a little much, because usually at least you get like a Blu-ray audio disc or a Blu-ray disc with some video on it. But anyways, let's get it open and see what is truly in the box. And this is really hard to get going here. I had a really hard time with freshly opening it the other day. It's still a little difficult. There is the back side of the cover there, but it just lifts off like that. This is kind of what we got looking as you open it up here. And I'm going to pull out, I've got it buried way at the bottom here, and I'll show you at the end why. But I want to show you the hype sticker before we get going too much further. So let me pull some of this out. I'll kind of show you as I'm pulling out, though. We do get the poster there. We got the Weezine there, which is kind of the booklet for it. And then we got some stickers and some lithograph photos there. And then we got the disc. As I said, I want to show you that hype sticker before I get too much further, because we should kind of show that first. But I'll show you a reasoning why towards the end here, as we kind of put the box back together, why I had to show it to you like this now. Anyways, it says here, Blue turns 30, 3 CD deluxe box set, 50 tracks, 36 unreleased, custom sweater box with pullable thread. That must be a generic hype sticker that they used for that bigger box. They did put it on this one, but this does not have the pullable thread. So anyways, maybe you could just imagine that you can pull that sweater. If you want to destroy this sweater, pull this thread as I walk away. Newly remastered album from original analog tapes. Bonus sessions include everything I just read off. Weezy number 18, rare photos, and liner notes by Carl. Anyways, I'll just have you guys read the rest there if you want to pause that and read that. That's everything that's there. Like I said, there is something in this box, so let's take a look. And we'll start with the poster, as I already kind of showed you is there. But of course you got the poster in the garage. A lot of things they really did great, and it's Kiss, because their favorite rock band, Kiss. They kind of did themselves up like Kiss there, but Weezer instead of Kiss there. That's kind of cool. Nice heavy weight paper on that too. And then we got, up next, we got the Weezine, which is kind of a 24-page book. And it says it's a reproduction of the original Weezine, number 18 there. I'm assuming this is something that went out. I'm a Weezer fan, but I'm not that deep into all the lore yet, so always enjoyed them since this album came out. I just kind of got away from them after this album, but now I'm kind of rediscovering them and really enjoying them. But this is what you get in here. A little bit of a letdown from some other box sets that I collect, that this is it, you know, and it's this tiny little thing. It'd be a lot easier to sit and read, though, I think, in some ways than some books, but just sit down while you're listening to the album in your cozy chair and, you know, kind of read away as you're listening there. Yeah, that's what you got in the Weezine there. Let's see, there's another page there yet. I usually in What's the Box actually try to show like everything, but I try to talk over it. Some people will show all the pages and not talk, and you just hear the I don't know. I try to fill with something here. And I'm going to pull out kind of the next layer here, which is the sticker sheet first. Kind of hold that there, kind of each of the songs, kind of a sticker kind of representing some part of the song there. The sweater I see, the surf wax, the 12-sided die. Yeah. And then we got all these little pictures here, the 4 lithographs, kind of alternate photo session photos here of them. And pretty nice cardstock on that too there. There's that one, and the third one, and the fourth, and then we should be back to the sticker sheet. Yep, all right. But there we go, kind of the next layer there. And then going next layer on pulling the sweater open here, I suppose. And I love how you still got the sweater kind of look there as the discs are laying in there. Now, one thing I got to kind of complain about, I wish they would have put a little ribbon to pull these out, because they are kind of hard to get out without that. The first one comes out pretty easy, which would be the album. And this is really cool how they did this, because I tend to get upset with, on the album one, if they add on bonus tracks, I guess, whatever. This is nice that they kind of slimmed it down a little. It's kind of cool how they did the packaging, though. I'm upset that everything got squeezed onto the main album disc, but I kind of like how they did the packaging with this. So you got the album cover there, and this has even got a spine to it, which I was kind of surprised about. Hopefully you can see it there. And then there's the back, which now this has got a different track listing, because if we open this up, there's the track listing for the album, and here's the album cover for the BBC recording. So they did kind of cool with the gatefold there on that. You got kind of a 2-in-1, even though it's all on the one disc. And I'll show you the disc label there, a lot like the original, just with Weezer 30 and then the BBC recordings added on there too. There is the first disc. Then we'll pull out the second disc here, and we got kind of another little album cover here, and this is the opposite sides of the same good old fence. So this would be the early practices and live recordings here. I believe is what's in here. Oh no, I suppose the live recordings would be, so this is okay. The kitchen tape demos would be the first one there. I got to remember it's on the other side there with that, and then the back. So then there's your other cover, I suppose, for the early recordings, and then there's your track listing for that. I don't think I showed the spine. I'm going to cover my face up so that way the camera actually will focus on the spine. I'll show you the disc label on this one. This is with black instead of the blue, so still the Weezer 30 with the kitchen demos and the early recordings. Then we'll pull out disc 3 here. So it's really nice they did a little bit of a gatefold on each one, which is kind of surprising. Usually you just get the little slip sleeves with these type of boxes. So there's the cover of this one here. So this time I'll get it right, the early live recordings. I'll show you that there. And then there's the cover for the LMU sessions, as I can see that on the back here. And then there are the LMU sessions. And then I'll show you the spine. And we'll show you the disc label on this one. And this one's got the white, kind of dirty white, though kind of interesting. It almost looks like a paper label was put on, but it's not. It is an actual label but it looks like a paper label, almost just looking at it. Like you'd probably put onto a disc you know, made off of your computer there. Getting to the bottom here, and kind of an unfortunate thing with my box, we do got kind of a little paraphernalia you get with it, and you might see something doesn't look right. But there we got your 12-sided die. That's one of the little things you get with it. Then you also get an enameled Buckus pin. I think I said that right. And I'm going to kind of hold it like this for now, because unfortunately mine came broken. But really nice. It's on the little board there. I'll show you the picture there a little better. The glue just came undone. It doesn't look like they put enough glue on it, to tell you the truth. I'm not going to pull this off there yet. Well, maybe I will. I don't know. But really kind of cool. I got the little Weezer logo under the pin there. I think I'm actually going to leave this like this so I can try to go get that fixed. I think I'm going to try to fix it myself. And what I was going to show you really kind of surprised me. Once you get this all undone, so this is what the box looks like now. And this is really, I can't even tell. It is cardboard, I want to say. It's heavy cardboard though. And it doesn't feel like it pulls out or anything. So, oh yeah, it does. Yeah, it will if I do. But I'm going to just leave it though, just kind of showing you. It almost looks like foam or plastic, but when you touch it, it is actually cardboard, even though it sounds like plastic too. But I was looking at this little hole where the paraphernalia stuff went in. And I said, boy, that's a familiar shape. You're always looking for a little place to put your hype sticker and keep it safe. It fits perfect in that little space there. So that's where I've been keeping the hype sticker since I got this. And I'll put my die and stuff back in. I'll keep my pin out. I'll put the pins thing in there, but I want to keep that out to go try to get it fixed. But yeah, anyways, we'll get everything kind of put back in here. Kind of layer it all back. Like I said, the one thing I'm kind of disappointed is it just didn't have that little, because now that the discs are in there, it's a little hard to kind of get those out. And keeping everything in order here. Layering it all back in. And the poster and the cover. And there we go. That's what's in the box of Weezer Blue Album 30th. So yeah, I was really excited when I heard this was coming out. I wish they would have done, I don't know, maybe just a little smaller package, but I'm glad I was able to find it at a pretty good deal like that, so I can justify getting it. Like I said, I am a Weezer fan, but I don't know if I'm that big of a Weezer fan to spend $100 on one album. But getting it at $50, that's about where I'd be comfortable with it. And especially considering what came in there. Like, I wish there was a hardback book, maybe. Maybe they did a hardback version of the Weezine, but then it probably would have been $150 or something. But the way they price this stuff sometimes, I don't know. Anyways, that will be what's in the box for that. And before I'm going to get totally wrapping up, and before I do that, that's where I was going with that. I'm going to once again thank all my subscribers, and thanks to any new subscribers. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do, and do hit the notification bell so you know when I got new videos coming out. Also, please give the video a like. It really does help out the channel. And like I always say, if you've stuck around to this point, you must like it. So please give it a like and do leave a comment. I love having a discussion with everybody. Let me know your thoughts on Weezer's 30th here, the Blue Album's 30th. Did you pick up a copy of it or any of the other paraphernalia with it? I'm sorry, I'm kind of doing up my pin here. That was bugging me sitting there off the corner of my eye. But yeah, did you pick any of these up? I know there was a really great looking splatter vinyl that looked just great. Let me know if you got that too. Anyways, this is the Blue Album is, and I'm going to kind of say this as I'm signing out here. Album I've always really enjoyed. It's one of those albums I know that I've really went back to, even non-Beatles, me being the big Beatles fan that I am. It's not that I don't listen to artists outside of the Beatles, but just not like repeatedly. But the Weezer's Blue Album definitely was on repeat for quite a while, and still to this day. When I get in the mood for it, I will put that on and I'll listen to it for several times once I get re-listening to it. So always an album I've really enjoyed. I'm shocked it wasn't until recently that I started rediscovering more of their catalog, and I'm slowly building up their discography. I've got almost everything on CD now, so there's a handful that I miss and some of the newer stuff in those EPs that they just came out with. I'm really glad to add this to my collection though, as it is an album that's always meant a lot to me. So anyways, I'm going to get fully signing out. I am Beetle Dustino, signing out.